What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Starting today off at the apartment because it's been a very busy morning. Last weekend the BMW blew a tire, so the car's been down all week, and yesterday my tires finally showed up. Shout out Tire Streets. I order all my tires from them. Got the brand new PHIRs on here. Never tried them before, but I know multiple people that run them on their drift cars and on their dailies, and they have no bad things to say about them. So I'm excited to see what they do. I'm gonna try not to go through these because my last ones I went through in about a couple months because I like to do fun things. I'm not gonna say what those fun things are, but you guys get the gist. Now that the car has been sitting for a while though, it is dirty, and I found out that this pipe up here leaks, and it's gotten on my windshield, it's gotten on the hood, and the car is just overall dirty because it's been sitting all week and the dust will blow in and things like that. So first things first, head to the car wash, get the car washed, then head to the shop, and I can finally start working on the motor. Last night I got it washed, ready to go, and we're gonna open up the bottom end today. So let's get going. Supra. Very clean, very clean. All right, well, the car wash was packed, so I had nowhere to dry off my car at, but that's not a problem. Take it to the shop, grab my detail supplies, and wipe the car down myself there. But now, the agenda for today, get to the shop and start working on the bottom end of my motor. Last night, I took it out, washed it, so she's all ready to go for today. Start by dropping the oil pan and just looking at everything, see if there's any damage done in there, and then we'll go from there. All right, made it to my shop, and it is in complete shambles. Yesterday when I came in for work, actually no, I got a call before I even got to work. Herb guy here before me saying that the shop flooded. So everything had to get moved around. So everything's underneath the lift. Put our project on for the S1 on hold because it flooded in this section. It flooded over here. Most of the flooding came out from underneath here. So we gotta figure that out, have the contractor come out, move all of this, and see if there's more leaking going on. I don't know what happened because it was like coming up in weird sections. I'll put a picture right here. Though it's just really weird because it rained a lot worse last year and we had zero issues. So we're wondering if it's coming from the roof, because we got a new roof put on not too long ago. So there might be a small leak somewhere coming from right around in this area because that's where most of the water is coming from. So I'm not sure. The shop's in shambles and it's gonna be like that for a little bit, and we have the boat to work on next week, which that's just gonna throw everything off, but it's whatever. We'll be ready for it. But now on to the main topic, my motor. Like I said yesterday, I got it all cleaned up. Didn't do the best job, but it's better than what it was before. I mean, if I really want to go at it, I can really make this thing look brand new again, but I'm happy with how it's sitting right now. Flipped it over, left it dripping out overnight. Took an air compressor and a vacuum to it just to get all the excess water out, and we're all good to go. Just my mindset for today is just to tear the motor down because I don't have too much time today to work on this because I have a Valentine's Day party to go to / celebration because my homie Nick just got engaged. He proposed to his girl yesterday. So shout out to you guys. Super stoked that you guys are engaged now. Can't wait for their wedding. It's gonna be a riot. Also, like I said earlier today, had to deal with my car with the flat tire, but I want to get to the shop and at least make some progress on the motor. So I'm just gonna stop talking and start pulling off the oil pan and see what the inside looks like. Also, another thing, since I am going to that party, I decided to wear my nice clothes instead of my work clothes. So I also got to work with not getting all this dirty. And mainly my shoes, because I just bought these. I've never owned a pair of Nikes before. I mean, I've had Janoskis, but that's about it. My first pair. Can't mess them up really. But let's get started. Now I can't remember if I took this oil pan off when I was disassembling the motor and drained the oil. Oh, well, with how easy it came off, I'd imagine I did, so. Ooh. Check all of that out. That's awesome. All right. Well, let's see what else we'll find in here. She's on there. I need some manpower to break that one off. Whoa. It's pretty clean, because I washed it last night, but not bad. Not bad at all. All right, next up, let's get the pickup tube off and this cover off. It's pretty clean for the most part, so that's good. There wasn't anything like shooting in there. Let's go on to this guy. Well, shit. Well, it's not the end of the world. It's like, oh no, I dropped a bolt in here. I gotta take my whole motor apart. Oh no, I'm already doing that, so who cares? Still like the deepest part. Well, I'm just that good, so it don't matter. Lightweight, baby. Lightweight! 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 Alright, now that that's off, let's get this guy off. Alright, so mental note, there are two flats in here that go onto the crankshaft. So they go back on like so. Maybe not. Oh, it just spins like that. That makes sense. But that's where those two flats have to go, and it goes onto the camshaft. All right, so got most of the motor torn apart. I mean, the only thing that's really left is to take out the pistons and the crankshaft. And that's pretty much it. But I'm gonna hold off on that because I have to head to the party now. But I'm gonna carry this on over to the next day. Well, Monday, it's Saturday right now. I'm actually have to film another video tomorrow at Kai's place because he's installing coils. I said I was gonna help him with that. We're gonna film the entire install process, so I'm excited to do that. It's been a while since I've done coilovers. So that video will actually go out before this one, and I plan to drop it on Monday. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys tomorrow, well, Monday. All right, it's the next day. Well, it's actually the next week because I actually got caught up with 2 other videos, which are already out on the channel, and a couple other things. I've been really busy doing other stuff, but we're back, and it's time to pull out the pistons and inspect them, and also pull out the crankshaft as well. I already got my engine girdle off, and I need to inspect these still. But just off of first sight of everything, I don't really see any damage on here. This does concern me though, and that concerns me, and that concerns me. So I guess, yeah, I'm not calling it damage, but there are some concerning stuff. I'll get a second opinion on it tomorrow from Herb. I'll have him go over this entire bottom end with me. So I'll also film that, but let's get started. By the way, I loosened this up a little bit, so don't be shocked by the little bit of pressure that I put on that piston now. How the fuck?
You get these off.
There's gotta be a, alright, I'm gonna look up a way I can pull these off here. Alright, figured it out, looked up a quick video on how to do it. Just take a little hammer, put the bolts back in, lightly tap it, and the cap will pop off. Just don't hit it really hard. Whoa. Alright, turn the motor sideways. Make sure that cap doesn't fall off with it. Okay, so here's our first one. There's a little bit of wearing on here. On the outsides. It's a little hot spot right there. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. Woo. And there we have it. This is my my first time pulling a piston out of a motor, so that's pretty cool. Hell yeah. Sick, man. This is cool. Now, all right, I'll set this down, and then we can inspect the piston together. All right, let's see what we got. First look, we got the skirts. As you can see that there is a little bit of uneven surface wear right here, and on this side as well. And then let's see, the rings don't look damaged at all, which is a good sign. Some carbon buildup. I'm not seeing any crown damage on here, but this is all built up. It's all darkened. Everything in here seems to be okay. As you can see, there's a little bit of uneven surface wear on that. Let's check this guy out. So this is piston number 1. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at that hot spot. That's not good. Yeah, that's not good. Unless it's from, let me check real quick. Unless this is from the hole on the crankshaft, which I don't think it is, but that does not look good. I'll get a second opinion from Herb on it tomorrow. He can give me a lot more info on that than I can. Let me grab a Sharpie and start marking these so I don't mix anything up. Okay, we're gonna go. That was a horrible one, but it works, okay? All right, so now I'm gonna pull each piston out, lay it out, mark it, and then we'll go over each piston instead of pulling one out at a time, inspecting it, and then pulling the next one out. Make the process go a lot faster. So I'm gonna get started on that right now. Voila, she's on. There we go. All right, still, it's out now. This is officially just a block. And the first thing I learned about checking cranks was running your fingernail across the surface to see if you catch an edge or not. But no edge on this. No edge at all right here. Oh, oh, no, that's the, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, there, yeah. Will it focus? There we go. You can automatically tell there's the edge right there. So I'm assuming this is gonna need to be polished. This one is good. Sorry for unfocus, there we go. This one is good. This one is good. We're good on this one as well. Like I said, I'm just checking for any edges, any deep grooves in here. Kind of hard to see on this one, but no, and this one right here, this one has, yeah, I can easily catch my, not easily, but I can catch my fingernail on it right there. As you can see, yeah. So with that being said, I'll get Herb's opinion and see if this should be polished or not. I'd imagine it will need to be polished. It only makes sense to, plus it'd be probably be the safer route to go with, instead of just putting new bearings on there and throwing it back in. Something might happen. But as you can see right here, there's just a little bit of buildup. Focus. There we go. And you see this buildup right here. There's a little bit of rust here as well. None on this one. None on this one either. There's a little bit right here. That's the messed up one. This one is solid. That's solid. That's good all the way around. Let's see, let me check this one more time. No, we're good. Okay. This one is good as well. And then, so as you can see, there's little specks of stuff, which is catching my nail, so I don't believe it's an edge. No, it's not an edge, it's just the little specks that are catching my nail. So we are good there. She's a heavy one, but I will most likely go ahead and get this thing polished. It would be the smart thing to do. Over here, rings aren't looking too bad. No, the rings aren't really in bad condition. So, or bearings, sorry, bearings. The bearings aren't looking bad. Now let's flip it over and let's see what the cylinder walls look like. I can run my finger through there to really see if I catch an edge at all. I was told that there shouldn't be any edges at the top. Well, all right, let's see. No edge. No edge at the top. Yeah, pretty smooth. That's good. And let me grab a flashlight and shine some light on the cylinder walls. All right, first cylinder wall does not look bad at all. I had some stuff built up in it because I had it sitting upside down after I washed it, so things were coming through, so I had a little bit of buildup from that. But besides that, it is looking good. I'm not really seeing any problems in here, like any bad wear marks. I mean, there's that little speck right there, as you guys can see. Not seeing anything bad in here. Let's take a look at these other three. Yeah, no. These are looking pretty good. Well, hang on. There is some, oh, you can definitely tell on the side. You can guys see the hot marks. Okay, is it like that on this side too? Yeah. All right. Well, we'll get a second opinion on this tomorrow, but I am happy that I'm finally able to get all this disassembled. Super stoked, but I'm curious to see what Herb has to say about all this tomorrow. So I will see you guys then. What do you think?
Well, that doesn't look terrible.
Well, that's good. Did you already look at the pistons?
Where are they?
Over here. I was concerned about this stuff. Oh, this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah, I think that's just, where's the rods?
That would be rod number 2. This guy.
It's interesting.
What is?
Well, they don't have an oil groove in those shells.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like at some time or another there was a little water in the oil. That's what this is.
Gotcha. Maybe from when I washed the motor out,
Could have been.
most likely. And the pistons.
They're short and ugly.
What do you think about the wearing?
Well, I would think they probably need new ones.
New ones?
They're short, and therefore they don't have a long, this is the thrust that's running down the side of them.
Uh-huh.
They don't have a lot of room.
To do what exactly?
Well, to take up the force of the explosion.
Gotcha.
And so it's all centered right there, which is basically not very far down. Most pistons have a longer skirt on them on the older cars to take up that.
What do you think about the darkening on right here? Fine.
I think it's just leaking down. Your rings are probably not sealing too well. And that may be a couple of things. One, they might be worn. Two, they might be just over revved.
Gotcha.
And
And what would you recommend to prevent that?
I'd get a set of rings for it.
Yeah.
And hone the bores and clean the pistons real good.
Mm-hmm.
Do not take a wire brush tube.
Okay. Should I get the crank polished or no?
I would. But
Because there was a groove, I believe, on this one. Yeah. Or was it? Let's see.
might have had a little. But again,
The water's sitting in there.
yeah.
All good though?
Yeah, I'd put new bearings in it.
Yeah. I'm gonna do all new bearings, all new rings.
I would take these pistons to somebody who has a sonic cleaner
Uh-huh.
and
Get them cleaned out.
clean them that way. Yeah.
Instead of, what's the alternate?
Well, the other way is just to wash them in solvent and
Let them sit in there?
yeah. And I'm not I think sonic cleaning, because it's active and it's hot, has a tendency to do a better job.
I'll talk to the machine shop when I drop off my heads. So I'd imagine they have a sonic cleaner.
Oh, I'm sure they do if they're much of a machine shop.
But that's the verdict. No, you didn't notice any damage?
I don't see any great amount of damage.
Okay.
And we mic those rod journal or crank journals and see if they've got any appreciable wear on them. If they haven't, I'm not even sure I'd polish it.
Crank?
I just put new bearings in it.
Call it a day.
Yeah, it's those new rod shells are better than they used to be because they're thinner.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, because they are thinner, they don't have the cushioning effect that the old bearings did. So if you work them hard, you know, throw them away and start over again. And if you're using a race car and you're over revving it and everything else, you know, it's just a real good idea because those parts are fairly cheap.
Yeah, I think it ran me, all the parts, all the bottom end parts, it was like $200 off Rock Auto.
$20?
200.
Oh, I was going to say. Rings,
bearings, thrust washer, a couple other parts. I don't remember off the top of my head.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Then I saw you with a tape measure in your hand the other day. What'd you do with it?
I have it. You need it?
Yeah, I need to measure that.
All right, so with that inspection from Herb, sounds like we are all in the clear. There's no damage found. I need to replace all the bottom end parts like he said, and I was actually already planning on doing that, which I will be ordering all those parts here shortly. And also, I got my heads finally ready and cleaned up. I don't think I showed you guys them yet, but here they are. They're nice and cleaned up, ready to send off to the machine shop. I was gonna send them off today, but I couldn't make it to them in time because I got off work late. So I will be dropping those off Monday, and the lead time is 4 to 5 days. So by the end of next week, I should be getting those back, and my hone should be showing up so I can hone the block and get it prepped and ready to go. So when all the bottom end parts show up, I can start slapping everything back together. So I'm super excited for that. I can't wait to start putting this motor back together. And I have a date in mind for when I want this motor back in the car and for a startup. I'm not gonna say what it is on camera, so you guys will just have to wait and see when that day is gonna come. But for now, I'm gonna end the video right here. Hope you guys liked it. Stay tuned for more content, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.